Yo, what's up everybody? DJ Donny G back at it again with a little product review. Today I'm going to be talking about the GoRack by DBX. Just some basic features and what I kind of do with it, how I use it. I use it a couple different ways. So we got the front here, we got the gains, kind of the volume. We got the EQ on and off, subsynth on and off, compressor, anti-feedback on and off, mute mode. And then in order to engage these, you hold it down and then it starts blinking, and then you can go and edit it. And on the back, it's pretty simple. It has all the presets on there. Let's see if my camera could. Come on, everybody. Oh, camera. There we go. Has all the presets on it. Now, these are the EQs, and usually I'll use like number 4, or I've been starting to mess around with 8 a little bit because I like the little smiley face curve you usually get with that. And sometimes I use this for mic, but pretty much either 4 or 8. That's just my preference. And you got 3 different settings here. The first mode is mono, and it kind of explains, because see right there, we got an auxiliary. You got the ins and outs. It's kind of a combo right there. You got the 1/4 inch or the XLR 3-pin, and you got XLR out. But I just showed you the auxiliary. What's kind of cool is that with it is you got your mono, you got your stereo, the auxiliary, the little 1/8 inch jack here, it's dry, it's not getting any effects. But what's cool is the third. And the mic inputs, you get the mono mics, anti-feedback, the comp and the EQ. But with auxiliary, I do believe that it gets all the above and these 2 added. And what the subsynth does, it takes like the bass. Note that the low, the bass that's going through it, the bass sound's going through it, and it takes an octave lower and adds it. So it kind of gives it a nice, smoother, round sound. For the audio, it's kind of cool. But for the mics, it's not cool. It makes you sound like Satan and shit. Back panel, the front panel. I use the GoRack in a few different ways depending on the application that I want. For example, if I do a gig like a wedding, a dance, backyard party, where I'm just doing music, making a few occasional accounts, I just do straight up. I got the DDJ SX2 there. I'll go from the MIDI out, or not MIDI out, the XLR out to the XLR in, and then out to either my powered subwoofers or to my powered EV speakers, depending on how big the room is, if I got to bring a sub, 2 subs or not. So in, that's it, and then out to the speakers. My second application on how I use this is if I do karaoke, I'm doing a little bit different. Because I've done 2 ways how I did this. The first way is I would go and get one of these basic chords, alright? You got the 2 ends here. And this is probably, not the best sounding. I would go RCA out from the DDJ SX2, and I would go to the auxiliary with that. So my audio source with that, you know, I could use the sub bass for some songs that need a little bit more bass or smooth out on the low end. I could use this. And with this, you don't got to add a lot to it. You could just add a little bit. Just kind of, you know, just go by trust your ears pretty much. So I would do that. And then I would probably do, so you got that button there, you hold that and you choose your mode. So I'd come back here, let me show this in. And I would, depending how the room is, say if I'm in a space where my speakers are kind of close and only facing straight forward, I might do stereo. You know, there's debate, you know, on how the music was designed to listen to. And then I would run Serato DJ out stereo. And I'll talk about now, like, situations I would do mono. If I was in an area where I had one speaker kind of looking that way and then another speaker looking that way a little bit, but maybe cocked because the room's kind of oblong, I would probably run Serato and this through mono just to get an even sound, pretty much. And I mentioned that I do karaoke. I try to do things basic, and I don't want to take a lot of gear all the time. You know, I got a mixer over there with some built-in effects and stuff, but it adds a shit ton of wires. Kind of looks sloppy, takes up more room on my table. I could tweak the sounds a little bit more, but sometimes I just don't want to do that. I got a DDJ-SX2, which I can run the mics through, but I'm just not satisfied with the volume I get. So my solution that I kind of been messing with lately is I got Serato running into, you know, coming out mono. And since it's mono, the XLR ports there, they just pretty much, they put out a level signal. So I could use both ports or I could just use one. So I'll come out like the left channel, the left XLR channel, into like input 1. Where's input? And input 1. And so the other toys I got. I'll review this later probably, but it's just a, you know, GTD audio, you know, I think VHF 4-channel wireless mic system for karaoke. I'm not giving good people good mics to drop. But this doesn't have any effects in it, so I want to add a little pizzazz to it. So I got this by TC Helicon. This thing's awesome, about $150. I got it from Z Sounds. It got different reverb in it. It got its auto correction, which works pretty well. It has a microphone here, so it could hear, you know, the key of the songs that's playing fairly well. And it corrects it if you're not, you know, you got a couple different types of reverb. And you got like a echo effects too, that it got this button, say you listen to a song. You kind of can tap this with your foot or your finger. It'll give this the correct tempo, and it'll pretty much adjust the different echoes to that tempo. But how I hook this up, that's the back put. Pretty much with this, I'll use, what cable did I use? I use one of these cables. You know, one end looks like this, and the other end looks like this. So what I do, because each channel could do individual XLRs, but holy cow, that's like a gazillion wires to hook up. I ain't got time for that. But it has this here, you know, it's a 1/4 inch out. So I'll go 1/4 inch out, And I'll have that go into this. Like so. And then from out here, XLR out, I'll do the XLR out into this, one of these channels. So I got a signal coming from this and a signal coming from the DDJ-SX, the music source, or the karaoke, or whatever. So that's kind of works with me. You know, I could probably get a little bit better sound using a mixer over there, but this kind of does the job for me for karaoke. Most people are drunk all the time. If I was setting up to do a little rap concert or something, you know, of course I would bring that. But for basic karaoke setup, that sounds good. It's simple, you know. I don't have to take up a lot of space. Another thing this is kind of cool with this is it takes the singer's voice and it automatically has a button here. Make sure that's on. You know, it's not powered on or anything. But if you got this on, you turn that on, and it'll automatically adjust the EQ for you, which is pretty dope. You know, if there's 2, 3, 4 singers, it could work a little bit better, but it's not bad. It's a lot better just going from the mics here into this and not have any control. But with this, you know, it sweetens it up. The reverbs on this are nice. You know, this is a pretty good quality. You know, I got this off Z-Sounds. And kind of that's my setup there on how I use this. I could be wrong on things. Let me know. Let me know if I'm totally BSing or need educated on something. But that's how I do it, and it seems to work well. It's simple, it's small. And usually how I'll set this is I'll put this right underneath my laptop stand. And with some of the wires, I kind of do something cool. I got this beat up table here, but you know, I put a tablecloth on it. But what I do is I cut custom holes here so that I drop all my wires through. I got 2 on each half of the table, so I got a total of 4. I got two holes in the middle, and then 2 holes on the side, and it helps my cable situation a little bit. So I like to thank everyone for checking out this video and just seeing what I do. And I would like to go through some of the EQs, but it'd be hard to, you know, with just speakers and this the camera that I'm using an iPad Air 2. You really wouldn't do much justice. Later on I might do a review doing this through, I got an audio interface up somewhere over there. I got a Focusrite audio interface. I would probably record music into that directly and then into either GarageBand or Pro Logic 10 or any DAW, and then just kind of go through presets, but I'll probably do that on a later date. But anyways, thanks for checking out my video, and if you got any more questions, feel free to ask me. It's pretty straightforward. There's other review videos on it, kind of giving all the basic features. You can look at the PDF manual online. But that's how I do it. Take care, everyone, and peace.